Michelle Martin with Ag on Wheels, and today we find ourselves in a really familiar place when I first started this show here at the Ag Center with Doug. How are you, Doug?
I'm doing great. Thank you for coming back.
You have actually really grown, but before we get into that, I kind of want to ask you a couple of questions. So for those who may not have seen, what is the Ag Center?
The Ag Center has evolved over time, but what it is today, it is a platform of affiliates. I think one of the biggest things missing in agriculture has been marketing. I believe it's what every industry has done to grow their businesses, and we've really wanted to bring that to, number one, to the Central Valley, to farmers, not farmers necessarily, but to farming companies that we want to expose their businesses. And of those 40 plus companies that are involved in the Ag Center, they are what we believe are the number one companies in their service divisions and things like that.
And you bring up a good point. So I think everyone, or every business I should say, uses some form of marketing, whether it be print, social media, whatever. But y'all are so unique in the fact that not only do you market, but you offer the services. And when I was first here, y'all had 10 affiliates.
Affiliates, yep.
Now you're at what?
Around 40 plus. I couldn't tell you the exact number. It feels like we're adding people weekly or monthly that are just quality companies that we've vetted through our team and that we feel will be as of a service or a benefit to a farmer in this area. They know what they do as far as what they do day to day, how they service, how they take care of a client, or what product they deliver. What we know how to do is reach the masses via Instagram, website, LinkedIn, whatever that may be. There's so many different strategies to get that out, and agriculture has missed that for a long time.
Well, thank you so much, and we are going to go check out and see just how big y'all have grown. You're a familiar face for me, but for those who may not have seen the original episode, tell them your full name and your business.
Nice to see you again, Michelle. It's been a couple years.
It has been a couple years.
My name's Chris Morgner. I'm the agronomist for AgriValley Consulting. We are an independent consulting company doing pest management and agronomic services. Doug had a great vision. I went along with it. I supported him. And he's done a great job, and we've got 40 affiliates associated with the Ag Center.
That's amazing, and it's really important to have people who are crazy with their crazy ideas.
Yes.
I'm one of those people. I'm just like Doug. I'm everywhere, but it's people like you that help us kind of put all those ideas and move forward.
Get some stability.
Otherwise, we'll just be spinning like a tornado.
Yeah.
And we're gonna spin on out of here to the next place. All right, guys, so I'm apparently standing in a big dirt hole with Matt Foyata, who happened to be one of the first affiliates of the Ag Center, and he owns a land leveling business. Am I right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so what am I doing standing in this huge dirt hole?
We're standing in the bottom of a 35-acre reservoir that we're finishing up right now for a landowner. It's biggest in volume. There's been some biggers in terms of acreage, but it doesn't hold as much water.
So what purpose and how does this benefit the world of the agriculture?
So essentially, this farmer can take and pull fresh water off of a creek, which is surface water. Instead of using groundwater, it's cleaner water, it's better water. Aside from having to pay to pump groundwater, they're gonna be able to use surface water. So,
and how has the Ag Center kind of helped you obtain projects and, helped you in your business?
Oh, it's helped tremendously. It's, this job right here, there's 3 affiliates working together, myself, Central Irrigation, and Waterland and Solutions.
So I'm standing here with Sam, who happens to work for the Ag Center, and we just visited with a lot of affiliates, but the Ag Center is more than that. Now we're gonna talk the service side. Y'all have grown. What's happened?
Yeah, so we were just out there with Matt Foyata, and he's one of the kind of OG affiliates of the Ag Center. When Doug founded the Ag Center, he really wanted to focus on service companies. That's always been his bread and butter, is out in the field providing a service to a grower. But where we saw a large opportunity to play and continue to create an entire flywheel of the Ag Center was to have products as well. So actually about a year ago today, we started the product side, and we offer everything from PPE when it comes to Tyvek and gloves and tree protectors, all the way down to our own proprietary fertilizers, other fertilizers, bulk, doesn't matter what it is, and then also crop protection in March. So fully online, as well as our financing.
Everything's online these days.
Yep.
It's crazy what technology has done. And how do you feel like it's helped you on the e-commerce side?
As we've been able to really bring in some solutions, provide a checkout that John Deere financial options where guys already have mutual lines where they can plug in those mutual lines and, order $20,000 of fertilizers. We don't have our crop protection online today just because we are so aggressively priced. We like to be directly with those growers and focusing on a full tank mix price for them. And so they work with our reps or myself and see what we can get out in that field.
So is there like a special motto or a special code word y'all use?
It's simple. Here at the Ag Center, we just want to click, ship, and farm. That's it.
All right, well, I'm going to click, ship myself out to a tomato field where there's farming.
Let's go do it.
You're gonna come with me? Let's go. Talk about customer service. Okay, Sam, lucky you came along for the click and ship us out to the tomato field. So what's going on out here?
Yeah, today right now, Morningstar is harvesting this field. What's really interesting about tomato harvesting is actually that machine right there that's moving. And in there, it's got some basically small fingers and a camera that's gonna be able to see if it's a greener tomato like this or if it's a nice red tomato like this. So if you kind of look around, you'll see the greens and some different colors that have been basically shot out of the machine essentially.
So we've been talking about the Ag Center and affiliates and everything that they do. What part did they play in this field?
Yeah, so we have a lot of companies that come in and do a lot of ground prep around this. The irrigation system looks like it's central irrigation, so they designed a lot of that, maybe put that tape in the ground for this as well. And then the Ag Center, we were able to bring in that fertilizer, so making sure that it had those basic NPKs to grow.
So it is a beautiful morning. I know the last time I was in California, the orchards were full of blooms.
Yeah.
And so when it comes to harvest, why are they on the ground?
Yeah, so almond harvest is kind of an off the ground harvest. Everything is picked up off the ground, shooken from the tree, laid out for a couple days. That way these nuts can dry. For the huller and the processor to be able to handle these nuts, they have to be dry. So these were shook probably about 5 or 6 days ago, and then swept into these windrows with sweepers. And now we're left with this finished product that our machines will be picking up today.
How can you tell when these are ready? Because they're so encompassed with so many layers.
Yeah, so very tough. Each farm, like you mentioned, each farmer is different. All the soil's different. The varieties that these farmers pick to farm are totally different. So when we look at these nuts on the tree, we're looking for them to be dry. That way they can come off, but not too dry or else they won't come off. They'll stick on the tree. Rule of thumb is if it snaps, it's good. So you'll take this hull, you'll separate it from the hull, the shell, and the meat itself. You'll take this hull, snap it. If it snaps, it's ready to go. You get to the next layer, and then you got the shell. The shell, it's gonna crumble whenever you kind of pinch it anyways. So then your shell is gonna come off. Next is gonna be your kernel, your almond meat itself. On the moisture meter, you need to be under 4% moisture. No need to check it. Bite it, it's crunchy, send it in.
Spoken like a true almond farmer.
Yep. So if it's dry, just send it in.
Everyone is so big on conservation of water, on sustainability, and a lot of times farmers get the bad rap for that.
For sure, yep.
When honestly, I think, in my opinion, we're one of the biggest advocates for sustainability. So what happens? There's so many layers just to get to that little almond.
Yeah, so the almond industry is a very resourceful industry. We use everything we can out that these trees, gracefully produce for us. We use everything we can. So the hull itself is going to be separated at the huller and hauled off to be fed to mostly dairy cattle, dry farm cattle up in the hills. It's a very good source of feed for cattle. Your next layer, your shell, is going to be ground up and sent to cattle as well, but not for feed, mostly for comfortability, for beds, for roadsides, even dust control. A lot of guys now are using ground up almond shell, pistachio shell for dust control. And then you're left with your final product, which nowadays can be used for anything, whether it's almond to eat, a Snicker bars, almond milk, however you like.
But how does that work? Because I can't see milk coming out of a nut.
Yeah, especially when it's pretty crunchy at this point. Scientists can do crazy things. Who knows?
All right, Paul. So trucking is an essential part of agriculture that I feel sometimes is not given enough credit. So tell me a little bit about what part you play in almond harvest.
Customer calls us up, getting ready to start shaking. So we'll bring out these hoppers and we'll line them up. So maybe depending on the acreage, we'll determine how many trays we're gonna put out here. They start loading them up and then we take off to the hauler. And once we get to the hauler, we gotta scale them in. You weigh in the trucks and then we'll drop them wherever the designated location is. And then we'll hook up to an empty trailer and
So you do more than just trucking with almonds. What else?
cane trucking, we pretty much started out with doing a lot of road oils. So in Tulare County, pretty much all the roads we all drive on, when they were originally first built, cane trucking is the one that put the oil down. We got spreader trucks to spread the oil. The compost side is the big thing. And now, with the fertilizers, all that kind of deal, we are the manufacturer of the compost. So you get one deal, you're getting it straight from the source and we deliver it, custom blends, whatever you need. Then we go into the nut haulings, another deal we started up there. Why do we get into nut hauling? Because there's a need for some good trucking. And we accepted the challenge and got in there and made things happen. So it just keeps on growing organically just by providing a good service for everybody.
You're a family-owned business, and I think something important is about to happen, right?
Well, it's coming up. Yeah, next year we'll make 100 years for cane trucking being in business.
Gosh, you're old.
Yeah.
You look great for 100.
I feel like it.
Yeah?
My mind tells me I'm a lot younger. Body says otherwise, but yeah, so we're pretty much fourth generation, and my wife and I are fourth generation on running this company here. You gotta love to work, you gotta love what you do.
Yes.
That's half the battle, and that's kind of what we do.
Austin, we have seen several affiliates of the Ag Center, and they all play a crucial part in the world of ag. But I think the unsung heroes is you. Tell the world why, and tell them what you do.
Vanderpool Petroleum has been in business since 1947. I've been here for Vanderpool for 10 years, and I am a fourth-generation farmer. And because of their integrity and their service that they provide, says a lot for the ag community.
So card lock, what is that, and how does it benefit the world of ag?
Well, I'm glad you asked that question because card lock is just another service that we provide for our customers. So to give you an example, if you have a farmer that can't have bulk fuel in the field and they need to provide service to their equipment, then they'll take their equipment to the card lock to be able to keep going. Because as everybody knows, farming is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Okay, Francis, so you play a major role here at Vanderpool. So I think you can answer my question.
Okay.
What would you say, other than being a family-owned business, sets y'all aside from everyone else?
Being a family-owned business, really take pride in taking care of our customers. We take pride in the products we sell. It's called renewable diesel. It's a diesel made 100% from raw and sustainable materials. It's really good for the environment. We offer it at all of our card locks in bulk and everything in between. And we have a range of lubricants that we take a lot of pride in, that we could get you anything you need at any time of day. It's really about taking care of the customer, and I think that's rooted in family, because we treat our customers as family, and that's really just what's important to us.
Kind of like the Ag Center treats you like family.
Yes, exactly. And we're very fortunate to be part of a network that gets us in front of people like you and just really gets us to showcase our services, because we take a lot of pride in what we do every day, and I think it's awesome that we get to share that opportunity with everybody here.
So today we've seen the harvesting of the almonds. Guess it comes here right afterwards. Give us a quick rundown about everything that happens here.
We will fumigate them for 72 hours to make sure that there are no pests in here, and then we'll get them on our schedule to run. First, usually they'll run through our sizer, where they'll get an initial pass for foreign material, serious defects, anything else that you really don't want to be present in your almonds. From there, it'll go to either a cleaning line where we'll further process it if the serious defect levels are high, if there's customer-specific loads like lower flow material counts, and then from there, we'll deliver it to our pack lines, and depending upon what the customer's requirement is which one of our pack lines it goes to.
Doesn't seem too hard.
No, that's pretty easy when you get it down.
Man, you guys have really grown. I have seen so much in the last 2 days, so thank you for having me.
Michelle, thank you again for coming for the second time. We're very blessed. And number one, we're happy to have you here. And number two is we're excited to have you on the podcast. So thank you again.
Yes, again, thank you. And you guys at home, make sure you listen to the toast. Otherwise, where am I going to be next? Only God knows. We'll see you guys next time. God bless.